So I've been playing my Steam Deck a lot recently, like more than I probably should. But here's the thing, this little handheld console has done something truly miraculous. It actually got me to finish games. I'm not even kidding. I usually treat video games the same way I treat getting a job. I'm like, today I'm applying for a job, but then I just pretend it doesn't exist. But the Steam Deck? It's been different. It really just comes down to being able to carry this thing everywhere you go, and that literally gives me every excuse to not just stare at my huge Steam library and actually go through some games. My poor PC has been collecting so much dust since I've got the Steam Deck, but whatever. So, here are 5 games I've been playing on the Steam Deck recently that I've actually enjoyed enough not to immediately never touch again after 20 minutes. Let's go! Also, a quick side note, every game you see here today is running on the Steam Deck with a 7W TDP limit. So yeah, these games are super easy to run and the battery actually lasts a good while because of it. Number 1. GTA 4. Let me be clear, I have over 700 hours on GTA 4 on Steam. And that's not a flex, that's a cry for help. But somehow playing it on the Steam Deck hits differently. Maybe it's because the portability just makes the games feel even bigger, or maybe it's just the fact that I can roam around Liberty City or do a couple of missions in my own bed and then just go to sleep. There's just something weirdly relaxing about aimlessly driving around while listening to Liberty Rock radio and just rejecting romance calls for bowling. The battery also lasts forever, and there's something so satisfying about dipping in and out of missions while you're on the bus or waiting for a message from your friends that you don't have. Also, don't forget to install Fusion Fix. It just makes the game run much better and also fixes a lot of the bugs on the PC version of the game, alongside with DXVK, which just improves performance so freaking much. I was playing for like 2 hours recently and the temperature didn't go over 65 degrees Celsius obviously, and yeah, it just runs wonderful. Here's a hidden gem, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. So this one came out of nowhere. It showed up in my similar to Hellpie, which I found Hellpie from Psychonauts, but whatever. And I was like, what is this, Australian Banjo-Kazooie? Yeah, and also no. But mostly yes. I have no clue how Ty escaped my gaming collection, but this thing is just so much fun. I picked it up during the Steam Summer Sale because I have weakness for colorful collectathons and funny accents, and boy, this game eats and leaves no crumbs. It just got that chill Saturday morning cartoon vibe, with just enough platforming to keep me coming back to this game. Number 3. Hellpie. Now this is a modern collectathon done right in my opinion. Hellpie is gross, it's weird, it's edgy, but underneath all that, it's just a really good platformer. The worlds are huge, the ideas are actually creative, and the controls are really tight. Like, this thing plays smoother than butter on a non-stick pan. Plus, it's one of these games that actually makes you want to find all the collectibles, which is very rare for me. And that's because wherever you go in each world, there's always something to see or do. Also, there's a very easy to understand upgrading system where you pretty much just find cans of food to feed your nugget, you upgrade through those. Very basic concept, but it works for me. Interacting with any NPC is always interesting, and that keeps you interested in the game as well. Also, the swinging mechanism is so freaking cool. I really like it. It gives you so much freedom, and yeah, that's about it. Number 4. Dead Rising. You've probably already played this game a lot of times, but again on the Steam Deck it just hits differently. Such a classic game that even if you haven't tried it, you really need to. It's just such an enjoyable experience. First of all, it has multiple endings and literally every playthrough is very different from each other, which makes you keep coming back for more endless zombie killing and rage while trying to rescue every survivor, which is pretty much impossible on your first playthrough. I tried playing it on the Xbox 360 recently and it was great, but I just couldn't keep the momentum going. But on the Steam Deck? Oh man, it feels like this game was designed for handheld play. The game runs so freaking smooth, and for 2006, it looks insanely good. The controls are classic Capcom controls, so that means that it takes a second to get used to them. And yeah, it's definitely worth another playthrough on the Steam Deck. Also, Frank West is such a slay icon. He's covered wars, you know. Everything he does and says is just iconic at this point. And last but not least, I mean it's kind of expected at this point, Fallout New Vegas. What a freaking masterpiece. I've already played through it twice back in 2020. But like all good things, it only gets better with time. It runs smooth, barely sips battery, and it still feels like one of the most interesting RPGs ever made. And honestly, Patrolling the Mojave has never made me wish for a nuclear winter quite as much as now. What a stupid joke. Anyways, yeah, this game is so much fun, it runs really well, it looks super good, and yeah, you can just do whatever you want. So yeah, those are 5 games that I've actually been playing pretty much non-stop on the Steam Deck, which is a big deal for someone who treats the continue game button like it's cursed. I'm not saying the Steam Deck is magic, but I'm also not saying that. It's comfy, it's portable, and it somehow brought life back to the games that I already love and introduced me to ones that I would never try. Let me know what you're playing on your Steam Deck down below in the comments, and yeah, that's about it. See you on the next one.